It's time to reflect. Welcome back, everyone. Let's see if in the Quran the true faith of God supports the idols, traditions, superstitions and symbols that the organized religions have brought to its followers. In the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Quran chapter 2 verse 111. And they said, none shall enter the paradise except those who are Jewish or Nazarenes. This is what they wish. Say, bring forth your proof if you are truthful. Quran chapter 2 verses 112 to 113. No, whoever submits himself to God while doing good, he will have his recompense with his Lord. There will be no fear over them, nor will they grieve. And the Jews say, the Nazarenes have no basis. And the Nazarenes say, the Jews have no basis, while they are both reciting the book. Similarly, those who do not know have said the same thing. God will judge between them on the day of resurrection in what they dispute. Quran chapter 2 165. And from among the people are some who take other than God as equals to him. They love them as they love God, but those who believe it love God more strongly. And when those who were wicked see the retribution, they will see that all power belongs to God, and that God is severe in retribution. Quran chapter 2 verse 25. And give good news to those who believe and do good works, that they will have estates with rivers flowing beneath them. Every time they receive a provision of its fruit, they say, this is what we have been provisioned before. And they are given its likeness. And there they will have pure mates, and in it they will abide. Quran chapter 2 verse 163. And your God is but one God. There is no God except He, the Almighty, the Merciful. Quran chapter 4 verse 48. God does not forgive that partners be set up with Him, and He forgives other than that for whom He pleases. Whoever sets up partners with God has indeed invented a great sin. Quran chapter 2 verse 135. And they said, be Jewish or Nazarenes so that you may be guided. Say no, rather the creed of Abraham, monotheism, for he was not the polytheist. Quran chapter 3 verse 64 to 68. Say, O people of the book, let us come to a common understanding between us and between you, that we serve none except God, and that we do not set up anything with him, and that none of us takes each other as patrons besides God. If they turn away, then say, bear witness that we have submitted. O people of the book, why do you debate with us regarding Abraham, when the Torah and the Gospel were not sent down except after him? Do you not comprehend? Here you have debated in what you knew, so why then do you debate in what you do not know? And God knows while you do not know. Abraham was neither a Jew nor a Nazarene, but he was a monotheist who submitted. He was not of the polytheists. The most legitimate people to Abraham are those who followed him and this prophet, and those who believed, and God is the supporter of the believers. Quran chapter 3 verse 113 to 114. They are not all the same. From the people of the book are the nation that is upright. They recite the revelations of God during the night hours, and they prostrate. They believe in God and the last day, and order kindness and prohibit vice, and they hasten in goodness. These are of the good doers. Quran chapter 4 verse 37 to 39. Those who are stingy and order the people to stinginess, and they conceal what God has given them from His bounty, and we have prepared for the rejectors a humiliating retribution, and those who spend their money to show off to the people, and they do not believe in God or the last day. And whoever has the devil as his associate, then what a miserable associate. What would bother them if they believed in God and the last day, and spent from the provisions of God? God is aware of them. Quran chapter 4 verse 123 to 126. It will not be by what you desire, nor by what the people of the book desire. Whoever works evil, he will be paid for it. And he will not find himself besides God any supporter or victor. And whoever works good, whether male or female, and is a believer, then those will be admitted to the paradise, and they will not be wronged in the least. And who is better in the system than the one who submits himself to God? And he is a good doer, and he follows the creed of Abraham in monotheism. And God took Abraham as a friend. and to God is what is in the heavens and the earth, and God is encompassing of all things. John chapter 6 verse 159 to 163. Those who have divided their system and become sects, you are not with them in anything. Their matter will be with God. Then he will inform them of what they had done. Whoever comes with a good deed, he will receive 10 times its worth. And whoever comes with a sin, he will only be recompensed its like. They will not be wronged. Say, my Lord has guided me to a straight path, an upright system, the creed of Abraham, the monotheist. He was not of the polytheists. Say, my contact prayer and my rights and my life and my death are all to God, Lord of the worlds. He has no partner, and it is to this that I was commanded, and I am the first of those who have submitted. The Quran brings a great example to us of Abraham, stating that he was before the Torah and the Gospel were brought, as well as the Quran. Therefore he was not a man who was a Jew or a Christian following the religion set up around the Bible. He was also not a modern-day Sunni Muslim or any other sect from Judaism, Christianity or Islam. Abraham was a monotheist who did good deeds, who submitted to and believed in the one true God and the last day, the day of judgment. He was not following any of the organized religions we have now, and the Creator was pleased with him. The Quran, aside from its example of Abraham, also states the importance of the believers doing good things, good deeds, believing in the day of judgment, not ascribing partners with God, and regular communication or prayer with God. Despite the Quran repeatedly saying it's detailed or fully detailed, it does not contain the majority of practices, beliefs and symbols that the organized religion of Islam sets as a fundamental doctrine. True monotheism, the faith of the one true God, is the simple straight path. Believe in the one true God that has no partners or equals. Do good deeds such as helping people less fortunate, giving what can be afforded to charity, being kind, etc. Believing in the day we will be judged, and communicating with God. In the Bible, it also puts across a similar message. Jesus says the importance of both faith and works in verses like John 17 verses 1 to 4, where it says, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you. For you granted him authority over all people, that he might give eternal life to all those who you have given him. Now this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me to do. And now, Father, glorify me in your presence with the glory I had with you before the world began. Also in Matthew chapter 19 verse 16 to 22 it says, Now behold, one came and said to him, Good teacher, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? So he said to him, Why do you call me good? No one is good but one, that is God. But if you want to enter into life, keep the commandments. He said to him, Which ones? Jesus said, You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Honor your father and your mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. The young man said to him, All these things I have kept from my youth. What do I still lack? Jesus said to him, If you want to be perfect, go sell what you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven, and come follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions. In John 17 verse 3, Jesus stated that eternal life is knowing the one true God and Jesus who he sent. In Matthew 19:16 to 22, when asked by a person what he has to do to get eternal life, his reply was to tell him to keep the commandments and give away his money and follow him, meaning being granted eternal life is through works and faith. The conclusion. The true monotheistic faith of Abraham was believing in one God, being a kind person, doing good deeds, and believing that the day will come when we are all judged for what we have believed, said and done. It did not include symbols of the sun, moon or stars to represent his faith. It did not include him wearing long ornate priest robes. It did not include him touching and praying on or towards idols, and it did not include following the traditions of forefathers that God did not ask for. He was a monotheist who submitted to God. If you found this one interesting, leave a comment, like, and please subscribe to the channel.